Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out Timberborn. It's a city builder where humans have wiped themselves out and now beavers are in charge of the civilization. So you're managing a colony of beavers, building up settlement and managing your food and water supplies. So engineering your way through droughts, but which periodically threaten to wipe everything out. Where this game shines is its water management side of the game. It is generally clever. So I've had a play around so far, so I've learnt the basics. So let's just jump straight into it. There is these green leaves mean starter levels. I think this one here is what I kind of first did it on. This is probably the easiest, but I'm going to jump into just the first one. Just giving a basic name doesn't really matter too much. Like with most games, you kind of pause, assess what area we have. So this is our tile map. It's quite large. You can kind of see the two different water sources here. So this is called bad water. It makes your beavers sick if they swim in it. So you want to avoid that. What will happen is bad water will get mixed into your sources. Here is our two kind of water sources here. And one's up for here somewhere. Alright, so before we get started, we want to we can build paths. It does not cost us anything to build. So you can kind of like start to map out what your want your kind of area to look like. This part here is just like dead soil. This is where you want to kind of build your houses and stuff, and then the grass here is what we want to keep available for our trees and plants. So to start off with, I'm going to build some carrots. I'll grab some potatoes as well for now. Not so too much potato. But generally we want carrots the most. And then once we kind of get later on in the game, we want to kind of get potato and wheat. Let's get some of that as well. So we have our food. We want to be able to harvest that food. So let's try and make a quick path down somewhere this way. So this gatherer thing here will gather berries or blueberries, and then we want to build a farmhouse, and that will harvest this. We then also want to get a water pump, so we can actually get some water. I would like it if we weren't using grass, but kind of we kind of have to. So I'm going to put that there. We'll connect that, and then so we've got. Now we need just wood. A couple lumberjacks, and we can unpause it. They will auto-assign themselves jobs, so you don't have to do it yourself. But you can click and choose how many workers you want. I'm going to then also do this. We got a few more lumberjacks down here because we'll need some. And then lastly, our science. You need science points. Up here, as you can see, we're at 0. That will get us ability to unlock things. So we kind of want to rush getting our forester. I'm also going to build a lumber mill. This builds logs. Oh, that's something I forgot. We need to choose what we want to cut down first. So we want to cut down all that. And we want to do the same for these trees. So once we get enough logs, let's bring that down. Get this up first. We will need to get like that for now. Not the greatest thing we want, but this is a little power wheel, little hamster or beaver will hop in and power this up. But we will eventually want to kind of start a water wheel, more energy. Just Alright, while that builds, I'm gonna put ×3. Yep, ×3 is going. We still have 2 not doing anything. Let's get some storage for lumber. Trying to avoid using the grass. And I also want to get some water storage. What we will also need is houses. Currently, everyone's homeless. We kind of don't have any. Should work. How many has? That's 3. To start. So we are now planting. Need to do that. You can kind of see they all need water. So you can choose your preferences on jobs. So we kind of want this high at the moment, as we kind of only have 1 water pump at the moment. So everyone is thirsty as hell. Let's get this down. And we want to choose the source. We want to choose that to be berries. Right. That's our first night. Everyone is now sleeping on the ground. Still have 2 jobs. We'll choose this to be wood. Get someone in there. We need to get 30 real quick. So as you can see here, we're kind of ran out of trees to harvest. We're going to put a pause on these 2 lumberjacks. And hopefully these 2 have enough to get me through the first part. This guy's doing nothing at the moment, so let's put that guy away. We want this to be water. As you can see, my population is not very happy about being thirsty and having no shelter. We might build Take your path up here. And get 2 more lumberjacks. Just so we can kind of rush getting some more wood. Building lacks power. I mean, that's good to see that this thing actually has been built. Got some less homeless people. Might build another science center. As you can see, this is our resources up here. We currently have 2 wood, 3 lumber. This kind of needs 12 wood, so we are very short on wood. All right, so I have a little bit of time jump here, just because we were waiting for enough science points. We are now going to buy, where is it? The forester, yeah. Let's rush that. We need 7 planks. We have 13, sweet. So with our forester, it allows us to plant some trees. I'm going to plant pine trees for now. Let's just go the way. I'm going to plant maple back here. So we now have a forester. So what this does is replants our trees, which allows us to now harvest these ones. So they'll regrow and we get more trees. So I'm trying to get 70 so I can get some stairs and get some verticality kind of going here. But we're still yet to get it. We still need more houses. We get 2 there. I want to start building houses all the way up to here. Let's give them something to do at night time. Let's build a little campfire. We can't build a rooftop terrace. A grinder for your teeth. We may as well put that somewhere near the woods. All right. This guy's going around replanting our trees, which is good. So we've got no one here. So our population needs to grow. The only way we can get our population to grow is by building more houses. So we have 5 free beds. So they will slowly repopulate. Right, this guy's doing nothing. Let's get you off of that. Get you another job. So our campfire just kind of increases happiness. We kind of want this to get higher up. The higher it is, the quicker they reproduce, I think. To unlock reach an average well-being of 15 while playing folk tales. 15 seems pretty high. 70, we're getting close. So everything here kind of costs us money. We probably do want to start unlocking floodgates. Let's get 2 more houses then. Storage. Make this planks. We're gonna have to go pine and replant these trees that are not being planted. There we go. Some birch there. So we have 4 buildings unstaffed. We have 4 newcomers. So they were, where is it? 20%. So they're still pretty young. So log pile is pretty low, and our plank pile is starting to grow, which is okay. We have a lot of food storage. I'm going to let it play out for a little bit and then come back to it. I'll see you on the other side. All right. We probably need more carrots, so I'm going to build another strip. So we got 6 kids, getting pretty close to leveling up. I have built a forester and 2 more warehouses for my items. This guy's doing nothing at the moment. Pause him. Pause him. Pause him. So yeah, if you've got to kind of keep watching around, see if any of your kind of beavers are doing nothing. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the point of having them there, especially when we have very limited numbers at the start. So water source is pretty low, so we might go ahead and build a second. Also, you can push F and change the direction of your entrance. So I'm going to put it there, closer to it. And then we can get another water source. So we're about to experience our first drought in 0.4 days. So after this night, we will have our first drought. Let's see how we go with it. Still got 4 free beds. You kind of want to grow your population slowly but steadily. If you go too fast, you kind of just run out of food and water very quickly. And then they all starve, and then you have a mass death, which is not good. So I do have enough to buy our floodgates. I realize I can't put it down without the stairs, so I need to buy stairs first. And now I don't have enough for floodgates. Well, now we have stairs. I'm going to buy this as well. We can now start to expand upwards. Well, that's annoying. I only want to destroy. Oh yeah, to destroy one. Just want to move it that direction. So that might take a while. Oh, we've got a fair few planks. Right, so you can kind of see the water level. There we go. Water has run out. We now have 1.3 days to kind of survive without water. Some of our things die without water. So 1.8 days. This should just survive. All my potatoes look like they're going to die. And my carrots are just going to live. So I'm going to lose all my potatoes. But what we can do once I get enough money is we can build floodgates. Just kind of deciding how far down. I'm going to go pretty far down with these. With our floodgates, you kind of do need to build a path to it. Otherwise, if it's too far away, your beavers will never make it there. Right, so water's coming back slowly. We had 12 beds. One doesn't have a job. How many carrots do we have? No carrots. Right, we need to get our food sources up because we are pretty low, especially and water. But we are now farming again. I will have to do this. Demolish these. We'll get another water pump here. Lovely. So you can see the percentage of if they're grown or not. So we have a full grown tree here. These ones are like 80%. They should grow overnight. We need to grill them first before we can actually eat them. Hence the grill. Alright, build that on top. We will then build a lovely ramp. What are we at? 180. Yeah, sweet. Alright, let's build our floodgates now. We need anything fancy for them. Logs and planks, so good. I'm going to build a holding post. Just gives us some units that will go around and collect from our sources here. Saves them doing it. You can get 2 houses down. Oh, we go this way actually. Another line of houses there for us. We've probably got too many houses, but that's okay. Let's go grilled potatoes. And we want to make this grilled potatoes. I've built a couple of extra buildings while we're away, but so lovely floodgate is now finished. So what you can do is you can adjust the height. You can choose how much water you want to let in or let out. So what you can do is set it to full, and what will happen is everything will start to flood. As you can see there. So you kind of want to make sure it's set to an appropriate height. We'll drop it down for now. Ooh, that's more water than I was expecting. There, it's slowly dropping. There we go. That will become useful later on when we have our next drought. So we have 2 now farmhouses. What I'm going to do is go one to harvest and the other to plant. We now have 29 workers or 29 beavers total. One not doing anything. Now he's working. And this is our little system we've got going on. So this is kind of the basics of the game, is to kind of slowly try and expand our beaver town or beaver district, I think they call it. Yep. And eventually you can create bots that do the beaver's jobs for him. You can kind of give them activities to do and even build wonders like so. I'll show you through. I'm going to pause the video, show you through one drought, and then I might show you a finished version of, not finished, but late game. All right, we're entering our first drought, our second drought. I've built a new lot of houses on top here. This is like a 2-story house. We are slowly going to build a little water wheel for energy here. So currently we have all this connected up to these 2 buildings at the moment. They require 120 horsepower and 50. Eventually we need a lot more. And these kind of give us, depending on where they're placed, let's just see how much this is giving us. 82. So if we kind of move 56, 24. Right now it's getting 0 because we're obviously in a drought. So what I want to quickly do is raise this to the top. We now get to keep our water. This will start to go down. And we won't go through a drought in our areas, and our potatoes won't die this time. So that is basically the basics of this game. I'm going to, there we go. I'm going to pause it, show you what a late game looks like. Alrighty, here is a kind of my late game run. We have the full large tanks here. big warehouses. And then this is kind of like my production spot. So we have all of our lovely water wheels producing our energy. They're connected up to each other through our power shafts, which go all the way basically to here. This is creating bots. See if I can find a bot for you. Is that a bot? There we go. So we got Timberbot 31. He's currently a builder. They're all working on building this lovely wonder, which I'm well off. This was my lovely makeshift dam. I realized it's quicker to make a single path, and then you also get more energy if you kind of build it to run down one stream, which I have started there. I could keep going down if I wanted to, but I got plenty of power, especially with my wind farm. Currently don't have any workers though. I have 37 kids about to be born though, so that should be plenty enough. I was going to make this as a surprise, but we kind of ran out of what did we run out of? Extract. So let's blow it up anyway. And we'll blow this up. I may have stuffed up here. We'll see what happens. No, we're all good. Probably shouldn't have done it to the end here, but that's okay. All right, so this is Timberborn. If it's a game that you would like to try out, it is on Steam. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time. I've put plenty of hours into this already. I'll be maybe making a come play with me videos if this video does well or not. But thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.